Now Democrats must fight on policy and issues. But Trump's promises are more popular than he is. Take, for example, mass deportations. Recent polling from CBS finds 57% of Americans. That's not of Republicans, that's not of independents, that's of all Americans. 57% of the country support Trump's plan. Only 43% oppose. For Democrats who hate Trump, they must fight back against policies that a majority of America support. Or they have to work with the guy they called Hitler. For that, New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy.
If it's contrary to our values, we will fight to the death. If there's an opportunity for common ground, we will seize that as fast as anybody.
And therein lies the problem for Democrats. Their values didn't sell. Boys and girls bathrooms, open borders, and soft on crime. It's not America. Calling 50% of America racist didn't work either, nor did calling Donald Trump Hitler. So now they have to redraw the playbook, which is what's going on right now. We begin with Jonathon Kott, former senior advisor to Senator Joe Manchin, Shaniqua McClendon, vice president of strategy at Crooked Media. That is the Pod Save America cabal, maybe Pod Save America empire. How about that?
Okay.
Empire is good?
Progressive media empire.
Progressive media empire. Okay, I like that. Well, then we'll start with you. Is there a, crisis of how to fight back against Donald Trump?
I don't think so. I mean, one thing I will say is people are tired. Democrats are tired. You're right. We have been fighting Donald Trump for 8 years. And I think we're going to take the next 2 months to rest, but Donald Trump's going to show his true colors as he always does. And then we'll have the opportunity to just let voters, people who voted for him, people who didn't vote or voted against him, see what happens when he's in office. And so I don't think...
So why aren't we hearing the Hitler stuff anymore? Why aren't we hearing the threat to democracy stuff anymore?
Because in this moment...
And even Gretchen Whitmer's saying she's going to work with him.
I think what Governor Murphy just said is right. When there's opportunities, we do need to work with him because Democrats are often the responsible ones. They're not going to be like Republicans who just for the sake of fighting are going to fight, even if it's at the expense of Americans. But we're going to point out all the things that he does that are bad, and those are coming. Those threats to democracy.
So wait for the policies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kott, where is this going, and how angry are Democrats now at the media that for so long kind of was part of this threat to democracy stuff and now seems to be giving, Trump a pass in Democrats' mind?
I don't think they're mad at the media. I think right now there's a lot of reshuffling and reorganizing and figuring out what went wrong, what we have to do better. There's also a lame duck Congress. People are leaving, retiring, staff is turning over. Once he's in there and the nominees are actually having hearings and the focus is on them in a way that it's not now, there is some coverage of Pete Hegseth and Robert Kennedy Jr., but there's not the hearing and everyday coverage of it. I think the focus will turn back on that, and you'll see the Democratic message and focus be on that again. I don't think they're mad at the media. I think some of it is from the campaign where they sort of gave a fair and balanced take on Donald Trump.
God forbid the media be fair.
Well, you have to also say, if Donald Trump comes out and says, I support this, and you don't say, well, in the past, you didn't support this, and we just let him have a pass on it.
Kristen Welker did that.
But he flipped his position on a lot of things, and we just gave him a pass and didn't say anything. He was the one who overturned Roe v. Wade, and then he said, oh, no, I'm completely fine with it.
I love nothing more than when Democrats complain about the media. It gives me great joy. A recent CBS News poll found a majority of Americans aren't motivated to oppose Trump's efforts as president. 10% motivated to support him, 47% identifying as will not be motivated to do anything either way. Is that, Shaniqua, because there's some of Trump's policies, even with Democrats, like closing the border and deportations, that are really popular?
I think it's because we have not started experiencing his second presidency yet.
So this is a honeymoon for Donald Trump?
Yeah, it is. And right now he's acting like a sane person, but he doesn't actually have power yet. And the minute he does, he's going to succumb to his worst instincts. And he has really bad people around him this time. He doesn't have people who are going to rein him in. He has people who are going to egg him on to do some of the worst things.
How does Democrats, being against Donald Trump was not enough for Democrats in 2024. We can all agree on that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you figure out what you're for? Because what you were for in 2024 didn't work out either.
one thing I think we have to remember is a lot of voters did not remember his first presidency. So they're going to be reminded of it when he's back in office.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.